What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, back with another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today against subscribers. Let's follow on Twitter. Before we get started, if you can, please show some Shady love to that like button right below this video. So you guys came out yesterday and said, "Hey, Shady, we love Wi-Fi battles. We're breaking 3,000 likes, so bring them as much as you can." And I said, okay, we're bringing another one tomorrow. So we're having another RU match today against Chris. His Twitter link is in the description below. Remember, if you want a chance to battle me in one of these videos, go ahead and scroll a little further down, and you'll see my link. You want to follow me there and watch out for when I tweet for battles. We're bringing our RU team back for the third and final round. You guys can place your bets in the comment section below. Make sure you grab some change from your mother's dresser for this MVP, because today I have a George Washington. George Washington on the table. I upgraded from change. That's right. Just for today. Maybe once in a while, bring some George Washingtons. Powerful 4 quarters. So let me know who you think is going to be the MVP of today's match. We have Speechless, Righty, Open Wide, Erasmo, Kevin, and Rotom. Let's get into this battle. Let's see what my opponent is bringing. I have a lot of energy right now. A lot of energy. I'm excited because you guys saw those megas and the fact he fly over Hoenn. It's great. Taking a picture of my opponent's team. This is a bit of a scary team. I have nothing for super effective against the Spiritomb. He has an electric immunity. He has an electric resistance. Only 1 weakness. He has an immunity to ground, coupled with his 3 weaknesses to ground. But he does have that immunity, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that Sigaglyph before I get rid of anything else. I'm gonna open up with Righty, because Righty hits everything on my opponent's team. Everything on my opponent's team except for the Magneton for super effective damage. Everything else I can hit for super effective except for the Spiritomb and the Magneton. So we're going to see how Righty does, being the lead contender. I mean, he was the MVP of our last battle. Who will be the MVP this time? Whoever it is, I don't want to put him on the thumbnail. In fact, I'm going to put one of my opponent's Pokemon on the thumbnail, hopefully. That's my goal.
My goal is to put one of my opponent's Pokemon on the thumbnail. He's got some pretty cool Pokemon. Spiritomb.
Let's put him on there. Buttrock's opened up. Is that the name, Buttrocks? Is that what it really is? Or Buttsrock? It's a butt rock because it comes out of the butt of a rock. I get it. So we do have this this Spiritomb here, which is actually pretty bad for us. I'm gonna go for a U-turn to get the heckles out of here. Yes, I'm running U-turn on this thing. I'm gonna U-turn out because I don't want to catch a Willow. I feel like a Willow is a high probability against a butt rock. I just feel like it is. I could be wrong, but I just feel it. So, oh! He went for the pursuit! Wow! Alright, well, let's not go into Delphox, you see. Instead, let's go out into Drapion. Let's go into Drapion, because we can go for a neutral knockoff, which is always fun. We can even taunt. I'm going to taunt in case he does want to Willow. Let's get that taunt off. Let's get that taunt off. Let's get that taunt off. He can't use Will-O-Wisp. I'm glad I went for taunt. Now we can safely go for a knockoff. Not have to worry about it. I very rarely use taunt. I put it on here because I know it's useful, but I really don't. Sometimes I haven't been able to understand when to use it, but this time I did. I went for the knockoff. He's probably going to go into the Wiper. Wiper is the... Ooh, I see you, big dog. You got that woof woof. We're going to knock off and do basically no damage. We get rid of the leftovers, though. That's exciting. And I want to just hard switch out right now into Righty, but something tells me Righty's going to die if I do that. He's going to go... He might go for the EQ. No. He's going to go for Stealth Rocks, predicting me to predict the EQ. He wants me to go on into a Levitate user, because I have 2 of them. So let's go out into Righty. With that thought process, let's go out into Righty, predicting Stealth Rocks. Were we right? You're right, guys. Game Boy Luke, yeah? Were we right? He went for Roar. Well, never mind. Out into Rotom Meow, which I am fine with, by the way, because I can just go for... If I go for a Leaf Storm, he's probably going to go into a Moongus. If I go for Will-O-Wisp, that would be good, because then this thing won't be a physical threat anymore. But he seems more of a supportive Pokemon anyway. Leaf Storm is too obvious, though. I'm going to go for the Willow. He is going to withdraw Wiper. Don't send your Heatmore in, although that makes perfect sense. Tape. Tape the Heatmore. Oh, shiny Heatmore, you look beautiful. And he's got the... Oh, no, we're not in a good spot. Especially if he's Choice Scarfed. Oh, no. I think Rotom's done. I'm staying and go for Thunderbolt. I think Rotom's dead. I outspeed. Can we get a para? I would have gone for a Volt Switch. I was expecting Choice Scarf. I shouldn't have expected that. Goes for the hidden power. That's an over prediction. So glad I stayed in. I'm going to assume that he specs because we didn't see a Life Orb. With that, I'm gonna Volt Switch out of here and hope he doesn't go into Rapier. So I'm gonna assume that he's he might be Expert Belt though. I can't make this assumption just yet. Volt Switch did almost just as much as Thunderbolt. You quiet down, phone. Now he might go for the Fire type move. I wonder what that HP is. HP Electric predicting, I don't know. I'm going to go out into Open Wide. Not happy about this decision. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not. Because he goes for the Fire Blast. I do have to take a +1 Fire Blast. I am Assault Vest, but it does not matter. It really does not matter. Now, I don't think I outspeed this thing. Electros has the speed of a poor baby button. So I think we're going to lose our Electros very, very early. Very early. I'm going to go for the knockoff, hoping that he switches out. He goes for the Sucker Punch, and I don't think we can take that. Let's see what item he had. Expert Belt? I'm guessing Expert Belt. Knockoff does take him out, which is exactly what I needed. And then oh! Assault Vest Heatmore. That's so cool. I like that. That is very cool. So we have the Spiritomb come out, who probably also has the Shush! Who also has the priority move and Shadow Sneak. Why is my phone blowing up? I don't understand. I don't understand. Open Wide goes down. Twitter, you need to turn down. Bars. But we could probably go out into Rotom Meow or Drapion. Although he's gonna predict the taunt if I go into Drapion. So let's go out into Rotom Meow. And I kind of want to Willow this thing. Now that the Heatmore is gone, I'm gonna Willow it. I'm gonna Willow it away. This is Spiritomb. We've seen Pursuit and we've seen Shadow Sneak. So burning it would be nice. Burning it would be nice. I need my phone though. It has my opponent's team on it, gosh darn it. So burning this thing would be excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But he's probably gonna go out into the Sigilyph predicting the Willow. Your Whip? Nope, it goes out into the Amoonguss, which residual damage. Alright, I have my Spore immunity, but he can also go for a Sludge Bomb. I feel like he would go for Spore though, predicting a switch. Nah, there's been too many over predictions. He's actually gonna withdraw! As I went for a Volt Switch, goes back out into Butt Rock. So he was expecting something entirely different from me than that Will-O-Wisp. And now that I went for the Volt Switch here, I'm gonna get a good chunk of damage off on him. And I can proceed to go out into, I guess, Drapion. I don't think Righty can take a Shadow Sneak from this Spiritomb, so I can't go on into Righty yet. I gotta preserve that for the right time, right place, which would basically be the Amoonguss. I unfortunately do have to taunt again, but I am physically defensive, so it's okay if he gets a free hit on me, and I do resist both of my opponent's stabs. So Spiritomb really isn't a threat to me at all. To my Drapion, as some would say. He's going to be taunted, can't use Will-O-Wisp. Wanted me to produce something else, but I was not about to do something else. Did I ever get a knockoff off on this thing? I feel like I didn't. I'm just going to go for the knockoff regardless. Because I think he's going to have to withdraw. Possibly into the Amoonguss. Goes out into Wiper. Wiper the Rhyperior. Once again. Now, he could very well... probably going to predict Righty, and maybe he will go for the EQ, because I did switch out into Righty last time. And EQ is one of... I have 2 weaknesses to EQ on my team, but I have 2 immunities. That's why I have the double weakness to EQ, because I know I have 2 immunities. So I got to keep these immunities around. I'm going to go out into my Rotom Meow. I hope by saying that I didn't jinx myself, and he goes for Stone Edge. He goes for the Rock Blast. There's a slight chance I can take it. I can take it! I got the Citrus! Eat it up! That's great. Only hits 2 times, by the way. And at this point, I have to go for the Willow. I have to go for the Willow, because to burn this thing would be great. Amoonguss is probably coming in to get residual damage. Like I said, I feel like deja vu right now. It's going to go on into your Whip. Gets a nice Willow. Can we land it this time? We do land it this time, so Residual is fun. Residual is fun. And I should be able to just go for the... something tells me he doesn't have Sludge Bomb, because he didn't stay in last time. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, because I think he's going to predict the Volt Switch and go for a Spore. So let's go for the Thunderbolt here. Get as much damage as we can off on this thing. Did you go for Spore? It's a crit! And he went for Spore! Oh yeah! I do not fear this thing right now. I really don't think he has the Sludge Bomb. So you're going to get a good amount of damage off on this thing. At this point, I could go for the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, while he has that Rhyperior, he can switch in and out and play off my his immunity and then the resistance. So here I am going to go for the Volt Switch. After one turn, I do go for the Volt Switch because I think he is going to go for the Sludge Bomb, seeing how much damage I want to do. Nope, he's going to do exactly what I said prior and switch out into Rhyperior. Nope, Magna Rect. Goes out into Magna Rect. I like that nickname, Magna Rect. And I go for the Volt Switch here. Going to be able to do a little bit of damage. This battle's great. I love this battle so much. I'm really glad I'm recording this one, and I'm glad that I'm putting it up for you guys to watch. So, at this point, I just don't know who is faster. I don't know if, see, I need my Speechless to kill the Amoonguss. I really, really, really do. And something tells me his Magnezone, Magneton, I keep calling it Magnezone, I apologize. Magnarect is Choice Scarfed. I'm going to go on to the Speechless. I'm going to hope that he's not Choice Scarfed. How about that? I'm going to hope that he's not Choice Scarfed. And I'm just going to go for the very obvious Flamethrower. I'm going to go for the very obvious Flamethrower. We broke any potential Sturdy. I think Magneton gets Sturdy. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. If you quote me, I'm going to chop your fingers off and feed them to my... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. That's insane. I would never do such a thing. Fingers are important. They let you do this stuff. They let you play the video games. So he is going to stay in. I do outspeed, and I am going to KO this Magnarect. You are not living a Flamethrower from a Delphox. Speechless. Leaving you speechless every time it hits the field. I don't know why I have so much energy today. Butt Rock is going to come through. I cannot switch out because Pursuit is a thing. I have to let Shadow Sneak hit me, and I just have to go for a Flamethrower. This might kill. This might kill. Come on! Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! No switching out because Pursuit is there. Just go for the Flamethrower. Just go for the Flamethrower. And there it is. There it is. Not OP is going to be the Sigaglyph. And this thing scares me. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch... Oh, I can't switch room. Choiced into it. Never mind. I feel like this thing is just going to start setting up Cosmic Powers, which I don't appreciate. So I'm going to go out into Kevin right away to knock off any leftovers that he has. I have to go out into Kevin. Kevin! I have to go out into Kevin. He's going to go for the Calm Mind. Alright, so at least it's not Cosmic Power. It could be worse. And I do have something that's immune to the stored power if that's the set that he's running. So I can just very easily go for the knockoff here. I love RU. I feel like RU is my home. I do good in RU. He is going to switch back out, most likely into the Wiper Rhyperior. Rhyperior. Rhyperior takes another knockoff, and I know I gotta save my Kevin because it's immune to that other thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna sack off my Erasmo, because Erasmo doesn't hit anything on my opponent's team. I know it hits Wiper, obviously, for super effective damage, but Wiper has such sky-high defenses anyway. I just don't need Erasmo. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but he's gonna set up the Stealth Rocks. That's perfect for me, because with Spiritomb gone, I can actually go for the Rapid Spin and get rid of them. So Erasmo, you're not just going to die, you're going to actually be useful. That's great. And he's going to withdraw Wiper, which is going to allow me to get my Rapid Spin off. He goes down into your Whip, and I'm going to get my Unburden activated. And I was going to sacrifice this thing anyway, so if he wants to put it to sleep, I am fine with that, because this was death fodder anyway. This was death fodder anyway. So at this point, I will go for the Stone Edge. We are going to get a little residual burn damage on this thing. But we all know that Regenerator is such a... That's why I didn't want to use Regenerator on my first RU team, because Regenerator is one of the most common things in RU, which is fine. It's good to use. It's a fantastic thing. Goes for the Sludge Bomb predicting the Roto Meow. It's a really great thing to use. But I just didn't want to use it on my first team. Maybe I'll use it on my next one. I don't know. All I know is my next team is going to be featuring 2 Pokemon in specific, so... He's probably going to switch out here and go out into his Rhyperior to take the Stone Edge, because he wants to get his Regenerator up. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go for the close combat. That might be an over-prediction. It is an over-prediction. A Stone Edge would have taken this thing out. Close combat is not going to do any such thing. And my opponent can go for whatever move he wants at this point. Goes for the Spore, and I'm happy about that, because like I said... Hitmonlee was simply just death fodder. And what's good here is I can go out into my Delphox and be perfectly fine no matter who he switches into. Because if he switches into Sigglyph, I will trick it, or Switcheroo rather. If he switches into Rhyperior, a Flamethrower will take him out despite the resistance, because he has the special defense of a baby tiger. And it'll just be fine. Baby tigers don't have very high special defense. I'm sorry if you're a tiger lover. I love tigers too. But he's going to withdraw your whip to get that Regenerator off. I'm expecting Wiper. Yep, there's Wiper. Wiper, the Rhyperior. And here I could probably just go for a Flamethrower. It's probably my safest bet too. Actually, it's not. I have to go for a Grass Knot. Have to go for the Grass Knot because I can't risk him staying in and bopping my Delphox. So Wiper is going to go down to that Grass Knot. Thankfully, I didn't go for Flamethrower because I was calculating in my head and I'm like, he actually might live that because I'm not Specs. I'm not Specs. So he goes out into not OP, but he's got to remember that I still have Kevin around and he can no longer put Kevin to sleep. So I've just been playing this game. I've been playing pretty safe, I'm not going to lie. I have been playing pretty safe, but I've also made a few predictions here or there. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite part of this match was. He does straight up go for the Dark Pulse, realizing that there's nothing he can do. There's no point in him setting up. Let's just try to kill something and do some damage. But that is not going to be the case for my opponent. I can just go for the knockoff here. And even if he wants to switch out, that is fine. I will deal with it. This might become a little bit of a stall-ish battle. But he can't put me to sleep. I know that he's got Sludge Bomb. I'm sure he's got Giga Drain. There's a chance he's got the Leech Seed. But this knockoff's going to hurt. And he's going to have... It's a crit! And he's got no more Black Sludge Recovery. I'm going to go ahead and say the crit didn't matter because I can follow up right now with a Stab Neutral Poison Jab. And I'm sure even without the crit, since crits are only 1.5 and not 2 times. Actually, what's stronger? Oh yeah, because Earthquake's neutral too, so Poison Jab is better. So we're just going to go for a Poison Jab here, plus... For some reason, if he ever switched out, there would be no reason to do that. But if he did, he would be immune to Earthquake to get the Regenerator off. And that, my friends, is going to be a very well-played game. You guys gotta understand, the score doesn't always dictate the heat of the game. Because there were a lot of moments in this game where it was just kind of like one of those 50-50 predictions. And had I predicted the opposite way, the game would have been thrown completely the other direction. So I just happened to flip my coin very well. And this George Washington gets to stay in my pocket today. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back on my desk because I'm going to keep it because you guys, you guys might have won, but I won in the end. So hopefully we don't get a flinch here. Hopefully no flinch. Hopefully, there it is. There's the final knockoff to end the game. Thank you so much for that battle. I actually had a lot of fun with this battle. Despite the score being high. So I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this battle. It's the most important thing, your enjoyment and new knowledge of the game. So if you did enjoy, leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. I upload videos daily. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.